Hello and welcome, FB fam. Today we're going to talk about a topic that is very important but often overlooked by people, which is toxic relationships. We'll specifically focus on the signs that indicate that you might be in a toxic relationship. So, ladies, grab yourself a cup of coffee and get comfy while we discuss how these toxic patterns in a relationship might be affecting your well-being. It is very important to understand what a toxic relationship is before we get started. A toxic relationship is the one which has an impact on your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. It's an environment where unhealthy behaviors dominate and can happen to anyone regardless of age, background, or gender. These toxic patterns may manifest in various ways, from emotional manipulation to control issues. So let's jump right into the topic. Your partner keeps criticizing you. The first warning light of a toxic relationship is constant criticism. In a healthy relationship, your partner helps you recognize where you need to improve and gives you tips to become a better person. It is like a coach telling you how to improve your game. But in a toxic relationship, your partner may not be helpful at all. He might not even advise you. Rather, he would always manage to find something wrong about how you look or what you do in your life. Criticism is supposed to help you get better. Constructive criticism is always a yes. But if a partner is just being negative all the time, it is not good for the relationship. We all are flawed, and we just need to learn throughout the process and implement it to our lives to grow into the best versions of ourselves. Constant criticism can bring self-esteem issues as well as inferiority complex. If you find yourself being constantly criticized by your partner, that too on meaningless things, it is better to think about what is happening and act rather than ignoring the situation. Your partner tries to control you. In a healthy relationship, both partners share mutual understanding with unique identities, goals, and aspirations. Trust acts like a glue that keeps the partnership together. It involved taking decisions independently and pursuing your personal goals and interests while maintaining connections with your close ones. In a toxic relationship, freedom is absent. Control becomes a prevalent factor, and your partner tries to dictate to you. He constantly keeps an eye on your social media, attempts to dominate your choices, or tries to isolate you from your support system. This factor stifles individual growth, and it is unacceptable that a person tells you how to live your life. There is little room for personal expression left in such relationships. It can lead to countless problems. It erodes the foundation of trust and respect. Recognizing these signs in the start is very important. Healthy relationships must be built on the principles of equality and understanding, where both partners help in the growth of their own individuality. He does not support you. Having a supportive partner is nothing less than a blessing. A supportive partner is like your cheerleader who helps you achieve your goals and celebrates your success with you. He provides you with a sense of understanding and encouragement. But in a toxic relationship, your partner does not assist you with your life goals. He can even go as far as undermining your success. It seems that he is not really interested in you or your goals. He even tries to trip you up. It is a clear sign that you are in a toxic relationship, and you should take a step back and reassess the situation. You should try to have a conversation about the situation with your partner. A non-supportive partner is not worth your time and effort. Prioritize your mental health instead of overthinking the situation. It is not your fault. A relationship is supposed to bring you happiness and fulfillment, not constant sadness. Your partner does not respect you. We all know that a relationship is like a team. The most important aspect that helps keep a relationship is respect. In a good team, everyone respects each other. That means that they all listen to each other and care about how they feel and celebrate each other's successes. Now, in a toxic relationship, this element is missing. In such a relationship, the toxic partner does not respect you and does not play their part in the relationship. In this case, he might not even listen to what you have to say and ignore your feelings, or make you feel like your achievement does not matter. So, if you often feel like your opinions do not matter to your partner, and your feelings are being brushed aside, It is a big warning sign that you are in a toxic relationship. It is high time that you take notice and think about what is going on in your relationship. Your partner tries to manipulate you. Another sign of a toxic relationship is emotional manipulation. It happens when your partner tries to mess up with reality, making you feel guilty. He tries to control your feelings, or it can come in different forms. If you often find yourself questioning what the reality is or feeling guilty for things that are not your fault, it is a sign that your partner is trying to manipulate you. He does not accept his mistakes. Rather, he tries to blame you and distort your perspective into believing what he wants you to believe. Healthy relationships are not supposed to be like that. It's like having an open and honest conversation. If you notice this happening a lot, it's important to talk about it. A good relationship should be based on honesty and accountability, not on trying to control each other's emotions. It is time to acknowledge and address these issues for a healthier relationship. Your partner resorts to stonewalling during conflicts. The lack of effective communication is a critical issue that significantly impacts the overall health of the relationship. In a toxic relationship, your partner refuses to engage in open and honest conversation. He is reluctant to address uncomfortable topics due to fear of vulnerability. This behavior is called stonewalling, where a person shuts down emotionally and avoids communication, trying to avoid the problem. It often results in emotional distance between partners, leading to feelings of sadness and loneliness. With limited communication, misunderstandings thrive, and a cycle of misconception and tension is created. Unaddressed problems usually escalate into bigger issues, which erodes the foundation of trust and mutual understanding. Recognizing this communication pattern is important to rebuild a healthy relationship. Your partner tries to isolate you from everyone. Moving on to the sixth sign we're talking about today, which is a significant one: isolation. In a toxic relationship, your partner may try to cut you off from your friends, family members, or any other support networks. They would try to disconnect you from everyone and limit your social life to make you feel alone. It is tricky, because it is hard to see the toxicity clearly in this case. When your partner cuts you off from external sources, you live in a bubble where you might not realize the reality and the unhealthy patterns of this relationship. This is exactly what your partner would want. So, recognize this sign and address it as soon as possible. Do not hesitate to share your feelings with someone you trust and try to explore different ways you can rebuild your connection with your support system. Remember that healthy relationships thrive on mutual support and respect, not isolating your partner and limiting their freedom. Your partner may mistreat you physically or mentally. This is the most alarming sign of a toxic relationship: the presence of physical or mental mistreatment. A healthy relationship is not supposed to manifest physical or mental neglect. A relationship where your safety is at risk is not worth your time and effort. You must prioritize your safety over everything else. Why would you want to be with someone who does not value you and tries to hurt you in every way possible? Verbal put-downs and words that hurt. You don't have to be dramatic. Sometimes they are sneaking about it. This is called gaslighting. So if you feel something is off, just say no. No one should hurt you by saying harmful and harsh words to make you feel horrible. It can cause psychological distress and can also affect your physical well-being because of constant stress, anxiety, or sadness. Nobody deserves to be treated in this way. If you find yourself in such a situation, it is important to seek help immediately. Reach out to your close friends or family members. You can also seek professional help, where you can be provided with support and guidance. You do not have to face it alone. There are organizations dedicated to assist you in finding a path towards safety and healing. To all the lovely ladies out there, understanding these signs of a toxic relationship is the first step towards bringing a positive change in your life. If you find yourself facing any of these signs, it is essential that you acknowledge them and act immediately. Do not ignore the signs and try to communicate with your partner. If he refuses to admit his mistakes or understand your perspective, it is better to say goodbye to him. Do not look back. Your well-being is more important than a toxic relationship. Act before it gets too late. Save yourself and focus on your healing. Recognizing these signs is a sign of strength. It is a brave acknowledgement that you deserve happiness and satisfaction. Hope you all learned something new today. Do not forget to share your thoughts in the comments section below. Let's create a supportive community where we all help each other. Thanks for hanging on to this discussion. Until next time, take care of yourselves and don't settle.